so bright. Welcome to day 10. The sun just came over the ridge, so we're just drying out from that little bit of rain we had last night. Just drying out the rain fly and the footprint. And you can see we've kind of got everything scattered around. But we're warming up with the sun, which is nice. And we're going to make our way up the pass and down the pass and back into civilization. 2 nights in Bishop. And then I really haven't talked about it, but when I got these permits back in March, I just threw out the offer to my son Bobby because we had done some backpacking in this area years ago. I just threw it out. If he wanted to come along, I got 2 for the permit, and he hit me up right before this trip and said he wanted to come out. So he's flying out, and we're going to do a little father-son backpack. So, and that's only a couple days away, so I got to rest up. And Sarah is going to do some solo adventuring.
Yep. I'm staying in the Bishop area for a couple nights and going up to Yosemite Valley for a couple nights. And then I'll head over to Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, Lake Tahoe. That's awesome. So, but I'm sure we'll talk more about that in the prologue for the next one. I don't know how we're going to do that because you'll be doing videos too. We'll figure something out. It's just semantics. But yeah, so this is the last day, day 10. We've been out here for 10 days. Pretty cool. And we'll check in at some point, probably either going up or on the top of the pass.
So I just thought I'd do a quick video of all of the trash that I'm packing out. Most of this other people walked by and left it. So there's that. But everyone should pack out any trash you find. And this does not include any of the tiny little micro trash that I added into my own trash bag, or Brian added to his. So I'll be ready to throw all of this away shortly.
Yeah, it's really bright. But so I always like keeping track too of the fuel and battery power, especially for long trips like this. So these are the 230-gram canisters. I had one mostly full one that lasted us until yesterday, and then just had to start using this one yesterday. So almost a whole trip on one of these guys, which is pretty good with the Jetboil. And then for battery power, I bring 3 iPhones out here, 2 old refurbished 7s that just have podcast and music and now audiobooks. And then 1 new SE, which is my phone, and an iPad. And I have 2 of the Anchor, like 10,000 amp or watt, whatever they're called, 10,000s, and then an Anchor 20,000. And I drained the 2 10,000s and still have almost full power on the 20,000 with topping off the iPad once. And Sarah has the Nightcore 10,000 and just the 1 phone.
1 phone, my iPad. And I have a little tiny, like old Anchor battery pack.
Did you drain one of the packs or no?
Only because I charged my iPad yesterday.
Okay, but you didn't necessarily need to, right?
Because I don't think I'll bring my iPad again.
Okay, yeah. So you can get by, So depending on, I like having the iPad on the longer trips just because if you get stuck in the tent for a day or 2, it's nice having the iPad. But you can also just get by with audiobooks and podcasts and all that.
And I have my Kindle.
Yeah, and the Kindle is a completely different animal.
I think I'm only on like 75% power at this point.
Yeah.
So it doesn't drain a lot.
And I wouldn't mind that, but just because I wear contacts out here, sometimes my eyes get like trying to read with contacts.
Can you make the print bigger?
Yeah, but I also do bring like a spare thing of like reading glasses that I could put over, but it's just more of my eyes are tired, and I don't want to I'd rather not make them more tired. I don't know. So, but because I do like reading as well. So that's the story on the battery packs and the fuel canisters, in case you were wondering. Because if you're doing a longer trip like this, you might want to know, well, what do I got to bring as far as that stuff goes? And also, I don't remember when we got This water filter, I think it was after was it after the Wind River?
After the Wind River.
After the Wind River, we got a new water filter for our gravity one, which is so convenient. But the flow on that is starting to trickle again, which, I mean, they're only like $30. And I'm sure I could like back flush it or do something with it. Like the Sawyer Squeeze, it's easy to do all that kind of stuff. This filter is a little different. But just the time and the convenience of it, you know, I'll just pick up another one in town for the next couple backpacks we're going to have before we head home in a month. I definitely think it's worth its weight. But it does, you do notice when the water flow starts to go on it. And of course, I do have a spare. I always carry a Sawyer Squeeze as a backup just in case that filter goes. And I think I also have, we could always boil it, but then I also have the drops you can put in. So we will always be able to purify water somehow, some way. But the gravity way is definitely the easiest way to do it. Yeah, I was just rambling on while we're letting our stuff dry. Now the sun's out. And we will see you in a bit. And on very exciting news, we did come out of the backcountry this trip 5 cents richer. I was just walking around all the campsites and said, man, that rock is a perfect circle. And when I picked it up, it's an old nickel. Can't really tell yet until we clean it up what year it's from. It doesn't look like it's a real old one, but yeah, I have to throw this in the bank. Day 10, our last climb of this trip. Whew, we are climbing. Sarah's up ahead there on the trail, and there's another solo hiker ahead of her. This is the last stretch before we get up to the top of the pass there. Whew, let's do it. Whew, day 10, made it back to the top of Kearsarge Pass, leaving Kings Canyon National Park, going back into the John Muir Wilderness. More lakes on the other side. It's all downhill from here, pretty much. Getting so close to the trailhead. We've been seeing it for the past hour, and there, our car is down there somewhere. Hopefully. We'll find out very soon. Looks like we're just about to leave the John Muir Wilderness. There's a sign coming up. Probably showed it on the way in. But we are getting super close. One of the backpackers going up told us the temperature down in the valley is going to be 106 today, so that'll be fun. Make sure we stay cool and hydrated till we get our room. Sarah, and goodbye down your wilderness. For me, just for a couple days. For Sarah, probably next year. We are back at the trailhead in the car. The end of our 10-day backpacking trip. We have a hotel reserved in Bishop, but check-in is until like 3, so I'm going to see if they have an early check-in option. It's almost noon, so it won't be that bad if we have to wait.
Food, we need food.
Yeah, we have on, like, we just changed out of our dirty hiking clothes just into slightly used town clothes. And now we're going to start heading into town, head up to Bishop. Man, I think the coffee place closes at 2. Might be able to get a breakfast burrito.
Avocado toast with
and real
eggs.
coffee, so I don't want to dilly-dally. See you later.